Hello guys, and welcome to part 6 of me making a film score generator. When making part 5, I thought that I would be done by now, but I am apparently not. Like always, this is because not only has Doggo's Science, my original channel which I can no longer access due to a mistake termination, is about to reach 1000 subscribers, and I have been trying and failing to get the channel back, but also because my computer's terrible hinges decided to break, causing me to spend much of my time trying to fix them. On top of this, Scratch randomly deleted all the project files and forced me to restart over 5 days of progress. Anyways, I still got things done in the first week, before any of this happened. First of all, after generating some songs which sounded absolutely terrible, I decided to listen to the chord progressions. Turns out, most of the chord progressions were completely random and did not follow any patterns that were in the song it learned from. So, I decided to change the way memories worked. Instead of comparing each pattern to the previous one, it would compare patterns with up to 2 others that could be up to 5 previous, based on previous patterns and data it discovered. I got started implementing this, but I mostly didn't even know what I was doing, so I simplified this plan. To figure out which patterns to compare, it would first find the average amount of consecutive items, then round it up. That number will be the amount of previous patterns each memory is compared to. I then added this approach to the chord progression learning, and later the notes learning. Since the memories had completely different structures now, I also had to adjust the AI generator. But now, the generator wouldn't make any notes again. This was because the note memories were way too specific due to having to meet 2 criteria instead of 1 to generate, so I made it so that if no memories fit the criteria, and the note was a chord, since they usually were, it would only pay attention to one of the notes in the chord. If this also failed, it would just pick a random memory. Then, I decided that it was time to actually add this to my film score generator. Since I was previously making this in a different project, I first added a packaging system, where all the memories would be condensed into a single string for easy storage. I then copied the AI generator sprite over to the film score generator, and disconnected my previous generator's script. I then made a system to add notes after each instrument was generated. For the adding part, I had to change most instrument IDs, because I decided to use the actual general MIDI library numbers for the IDs instead of my old weird custom IDs, because I didn't want to manually convert all 128 instrument names to hex. I converted them to hex all at once, and made a script which separated them. I also had to add note volumes to the note memories, which was annoying since the volume kept on exceeding 128 and breaking FL Studio. Then, I fixed some bugs with the packaging and decoding of the memories, such as items repeating more than they should, and a huge section of the string being in a single item. Next, because I was bored, I decided to improve the sorting systems for the note and rhythm generation. That was when tragedy struck. As I was saving the project after editing it in Turbo Warp, it didn't fully get saved before I closed the tab. After reviewing the project files, it turns out there was literally no data left. I imported it into Scratch, and from then on, the project was gone. So I quickly remixed the film score generator and remade as much as I remembered. Unfortunately, I forgot much of what I did, so I had to refigure out much of it. After I remade everything, the songs it generated became in a different key. This actually wasn't a bug, because much of the training song's notes were not centered on the tonic note, but it sounded bad, so I made it so that all the notes would be in the proper key of the current chord progression. After that, I made the memories for the rhythms actually have comparisons with other patterns, since currently the rhythms were very random sounding. Then, I finally decided to start training the AI on actual moods of the film score generator, starting with the suspense mood. Because most of the instruments in the training songs I made were empty, the AI got the instruments confused, so I made it delete all empty instruments before starting. And yeah, that is all I have gotten done. I will show you a sample of a suspense song it made. Hopefully after adding more instrument-rich training songs, it will get better, but anyways, see you in part 7, and bye.